In this week's adventure, I've decided to try something a little different and use the Waverunner to get me to a land-based location. I'm launching from a little ramp about 10 kilometres inland from the west coast, near a little town called Otawa. The ramp is usable at all tides with a jet ski, and it's a leisurely 15-minute ride down the river towards the mouth. With the gear for the day securely stowed, I motored off downriver, taking in some of the stunning surroundings. It's amazing how 1 minute you can be inland, seemingly miles from the sea and bordered by forests and farms, and the next there is nothing but wild west coast ocean ahead. I've come for a blast down the Waikato today towards the entrance at Port Waikato. Perfect thing to do on the ski because it's so shallow. It's low tide. It's only about half a metre deep in places. So I'm going to pull up here amongst these dunes, see what I can catch. I'm going to rig up a surf caster and get that out there. Then I'm going to put a couple of big rods out because you never know what you're going to get in here. There's all sorts of big predators in here, so we'll go and get some gear on the go. With surf casting being something that I don't do often, it took me a little while to get my technique sorted. Luckily though, at the spot I was fishing, casting a long distance was not required to get to where the fish were. With the bait in the water, I tied the burley bag to the ski and waited for the incoming tide to bring the fish in. Got one on, it's taken a while. I've got one on, I just saw the sinker let go of the bottom. And that told me that a fish had taken it. He didn't pull a lot of line initially, but he's running up the harbour now. Here he comes. Nice kahawai. Well, he's coming in close to the shore now. They're really going right up the harbour. If you've got more than one line out, you've got to be careful you don't get a tangle. There we go on. We'll drag him up the beach. Kahawai are a really underrated sport fish, but they fight well on light tackle and are reasonably plentiful in the open sea, harbours and river mouths. There he is. That's what we're here for, so let's get that rebaited, get this guy in the chili bin and we'll get it back out there. This is a good example of one of the fish that live in the Waikato. As that seawater's coming in the harbour now, as the tide comes in, so are the kahawai. It's taken a while, we've been here a little while, but nice kahawai are in, so we'll get another bait out and see if we can get another one. As I cast out again, my anticipation was building. The tide was now nearly an hour in, and other anglers were beginning to join me on the beach. Even a big koi carp came swimming up the burley trail as I waited for the next bite. Got another one on. Just that blue of water is just coming up the harbour now. It's just come past us and it seems that the bite has picked up as well. So got another nice little kahawai on. Here he comes now. Oh no, it's a trevally. It's a trevally, look at that. Beautiful. We're using the new Black Magic combo rig with the smaller hook, and that's what's got that trevally. Trevally really soft lips and quite small mouths for their size as well. It's got a small hook as the top hook, and the bottom hook is a lot bigger. You can see there I've used some cotton to hold the bait on, but on that bottom hook, smaller bait, it's got us this guy. Beautiful sashimi, beautiful eating, the old trevally. So we'll put him on ice, we'll get it back out there while they're biting. Got a kahawai and a trevally in the bin. The mouth of the Waikato is really offering up a bit of variety. Starting to feel fishy, the good water's coming into the harbour. Let's see what we can get next. Bit of weight here. Hasn't jumped, so it could be another trevally. Coming in now, coming up the current. There's a nice fighter. Bit of colour. Oh, a nice trevally again. Nice. And that's a good example of perseverance in the river mouth. All sorts of variety today. Kind of been quite regular once we started hooking up. Probably once every 45 minutes we've ended up hooking a nice fish. As the tide continued to flood in, it looked like my new mate Paul, who had set up on the beach beside me, had finally hooked a fish. And he was soon landing his first trevally of the day. And it wasn't long before I'd be getting in on the action as well. Yep, oh yeah, it feels nice. Best fighting fish of the day. Oh, a jumper, so it's a kahawai. Didn't look huge actually, but took the bait with a bit of gusto. Fighting all the way to shore, that's for sure. There he is. Nice West Coast kahawai.
Yeah, Kirk was getting heaps of bites on his Black Magic flasher rig, and I kind of asked him kindly and see if I could have one, and he gave me one, and here we go. Straight away into trevally.
See, just getting an inquiry now, but it's just playing with it. One of the tactics when you're fishing off the beach like this is just leave it in the rod holder, because with all the current and wind and the rod holder and the flex in the rod, it should hook up itself on these Black Magic rigs. Yeah, I thought that's what was happening, eh? And see, you catch anything out here, even the sprats are hungry. With the day wearing on, I was just starting to pack the gear away when one last fish decided to come biting. Yep, another one on. Could be another trevally as well, I think. Hasn't jumped again. Swimming out to sea, this one. Up current, oh, he's just turned. Bit of a fight now. There he comes. Yes, another nice trevally. We can see all the fish I've hooked up are all on this top hook. It's the smaller hook of that flasher rig. And it's just getting those trevally beautifully. The bottom hook, it has been chewed, but it hasn't been hooking up. So we're getting nice little fish like that in the river. We've had a beautiful day at the mouth of the Waikato. We've caught a real good variety of species. We've caught variety, quality and quantity, so we're going to be well fed tonight. This is a place I'm definitely going to mark off as one I'm going to bring the kids back to, because it's so easily accessible. You just come down the river and fish anywhere you like. There's fish everywhere. So I'm going to pack up now, get on the ski and head on back.